Good evening, lads and lasses. How are we all feeling tonight? Feeling fast? Feeling spry? How about you non-binary folk out there? You feeling great? Amazing? Oh, evening, Tiberian. Always on the dot. Good to see. Feels quite strange. I feel like I haven't streamed in a while. Feels like it's been a week or so, but it's only been since Monday. Goes to show how long of a week it was. But yes. I understand my stream name and stream title is probably quite cryptic, but I'll get to explaining that later. Just heard a fellow down the street yell very loudly. Let's hope he's not having anything. Didn't feel long. Glad I wasn't the only one. I feel like I'm aging slowly this week. Oh, goodness. Yes. Exciting night ahead of us, and exciting state. Oh, card box. There you are. Ymir. Yes, I'm trying out the magical box. Picked it up from old JB recently, along with another exciting item that won't be appearing until later this month. But I will tell you. I don't know why I keep stringing you along, but today was quite a tiring one. See, I got the el-gato on Tuesday. The el-gato HD60X, little capture box. Decided to go splurge a bit. Suddenly invest a bit more money in this whole endeavour. Because I have quite an impressive storage of physical media and old games from the PS1 and PS2 era, and quite a bit from the PS3 era. Not much from PlayStation 4 and PlayStation and Xbox One, but I really just wanted to play some of them, and some of them may be available on computer, but it's just something about playing in the old console, eh? So I went and grabbed one. It worked with the PlayStation 4, but today disaster struck. It was a bloody mess today. Turns out the PlayStation 3, unlike the PlayStation 4, you can turn off that content protection thing that it has on the PlayStation 4, but you can't on the PlayStation 3, and the el-gato can't read bloody encrypted signals. So I had to, in a, what do I describe it as, a alcohol-induced rage. No, that makes me sound terrible. But in a frustration-induced rage, I spent 3 hours trying to fix the bloody thing. Exhausting. Really hated the bloody little thing, but I managed to get it working. It only cost me $70. So I had to go get a new piece of kit from the old J-Car electronics place in Australia. Got the bloody thing working with the PlayStation 3, which is what I wanted to get to work with originally. And so today, I shall reveal, we are playing some Uncharted 1. I understand there is a remake coming out soon, but I own this game, so I'm gonna bloody play it. I remember doing them something like that with VCRs. Yes. They encrypt the signal, and it's a bloody pain it is. I don't understand, Sony. They do some strange things. So you couldn't copy VHSs. It's the same with, I believe, Blu-rays. It's called HDCP, High Density Content Protection, I believe. You do that with VHSs, you can do it with old Blu-rays, old DVDs. It's quite a common thing. It's just strange to see it on a console. Maybe it's just because these days, and most of my experience with consoles has been in the era of people projecting their gameplay to the world. However, PlayStation and Sony and extension, and many of the Japanese companies still hold the opinion that streamers and Let's Players are somehow stealing their content. Upsetting, really, but, you know, what can we do? C'est la vie. Indeed, it is a Blu-ray player. I currently have 2 Blu-ray players sitting on my desk, and both of them are PlayStations. I've turned that little area of the desk that's usually supposed to be a drawer for all of your stationery. It's now got 2 PlayStations sitting in it. Mostly because I was spending so much time today plugging one in, plugging one out. It was quite difficult. every time I fixed the problem, I got the image up on the computer. Then the PlayStation 3 decided it wasn't going to use the right audio codec. Instead of trying to set my headphones on fire with sound alone. Yeah, that's the reason for them to scramble the video. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And most Japanese companies these days still are quite litigious when it comes to Let's Players and live streamers. You have to get on their goody two-shoes list, like their Santa Claus. Or Krampus, I guess. But what's everyone's boys in for tonight? Realised I haven't asked. Water? Mine's a sarsaparilla and whiskey. Quite a good one. Just had a bit of whiskey left over, so I decided to throw it in a glass. Mountain Goat beer. I've been seeing ads for a Mountain Goat beer. The goat sitting on top of a bed after tearing everything apart. There's feathers everywhere, I think. I haven't drunk anything recently. Oh. Becoming one of those monks trying to dehydrate yourself so you can naturally turn yourself into a mummy. Perhaps not. But yes. Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Doesn't say what kind of beer it is, it just says a very enjoyable beer. They're confident, aren't they? That is some arrogance if I've ever seen it. Bought my own pricey gadget a couple of days ago too. Sounds exciting. Speaking of pricey gadgets, I'll jump over to the game screen, but I will mention... Look. Does that look okay? Ooh, a $500 MIDI controller. That is a big, good piece of kit. Makes me realise that I'm actually going to have to replace my old Behringer. My old audio. It works! That's all we want, doesn't it? Oh, you both have one. Goodness. I'm feeling left out. Ah, yes. Sound. There we are. Lights, camera, action. Soundo fine. Can you hear it? I just realised I'm using the wrong monitor thing. Excuse me. HDMI 1. There we are. I should get a controller for this thing. Does it seem too blurry, everyone? I believe it's in 720p, so I've... $700 new, so it was a bargain. US dollars. Ooh, that is quite pricey. That'd be close to 1,000 Australian. Yes. Here we are. Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Everything sound good? You can still hear me? I believe I put ducking on this, so it should be ducking below me when I talk. You can hear it not blowing out your eardrums? There was a real problem with that. Oh, goodness. These PlayStation 3 controllers are tiny. I feel like a giant. A little quiet? It's probably because I'm talking, unfortunately. I will turn it up a bit. It ducks quite low. So I might turn up the ducking. Do tell me when to adjust. It's much easier to adjust because I'm not using the same computer, I'm using separate things, so I'm able to adjust on the fly much easier. My voice fine? All good? That's so. Oh yes, I got distracted. The other piece of kit I picked up. I am a proud owner of the elusive and frankly unusually difficult to find PlayStation 5. There's a few games I wanted to be. Can you lower the tack on the gunning? It's kind of choppy. Attack is... Oh yes, it's 6 milliseconds right now. Want me to delay it a bit? I put it up to 15, how does that sound? Maybe because I've put the threshold quite high. I really should monitor this sort of thing. They're rare because of the chip shortage, indeed. But I made friends while I was biting the el-gato on Monday. I made friends with a fellow at JB. In my little regional centre. Turned out the guy had managed to stock up a few in the back of the store. And he'd put people on a list that talked to him and ask for one. And he'd check if you were reselling them, which is quite interesting. He'd try and see if you were reselling any of your bloody PlayStation 5s. And then give it to you once he was sure that you weren't going to just immediately sell it for twice the price. So he was doing God's work, really. But now I've got one. I'm the envy of my nephews and nieces. I'm not going to play it for a while, though. It's a reward for myself, for my birthday later this year. Did you tell him you're a streamer? I did indeed. He was quite surprised. He was surprised when I was buying the el-gato, frankly. He was quite surprised about all of that. I am a bit out of the age range for that sort of thing. I don't play enough games for me to invest in the new consoles. Well, you know, I've really had a soft spot for those Souls games, both watching and playing them. I watched them for the first time. I saw them played. Played them a bit myself, and I always wanted to get back to the Demon Souls games. The Demon Souls game. It's not the only reason I wanted the PlayStation 5. I do like having fancy new pieces of technology. Like being hip with the kids. But right now I feel like, because of my position, I'm no longer hip with the kids. Spend all my spare money on media audio equipment and VST plugin. Oh, and alcohol. Fair enough. At Steam sales that I've never gotten to. I feel that's a very common thing. I don't tend to buy much on those Steam sales, so I've still pretty much played everything that I own on Steam. But anyway, we really should start this game, shouldn't we? We'll just go with normal. I need to go anything fancy. Ooh, save data. Ah yes, this is a console for my nieces and nephews, a hand-me-down, so it'll have all their stuff on it still. Wow. Haven't seen a save screen in a long time. Chatting up a storm indeed, we are. By the way, the smaller screen is what I've gone for. If you want me to put it full screen with me in front of it, just ask. And I like indie games either. No. Well, not everything's for everyone. See how long it takes this thing to load. Ooh, ominous. Very ominous. Oh yes, do tell me if I need to turn up the brightness or some such. There must be a beginning and the end of the great matter, but the continuing to the end until the thoroughly finish. Yeah, I didn't read all that. Oops. Tried to. Oh, convenient. Subtitles, of course. Nice location. Well, well, well.
I'm here off the coast of Panama, where we just
Fancy coffin they threw into the sea, isn't it?
The coffin of legendary explorer Sir Francis Drake, who was buried at sea over 400
It's too dark. The border will make
ago.
it difficult to see.
Are you
That's
sure
true.
you want to be defiling your ancestors' remains like that?
There's an audio delay. Yes. I was worried about that.
Well, I did do my research, and apparently Francis Drake didn't have any children.
Well, history can't be wrong, you know.
Love those
You can't define
wonderful
an empty
PlayStation 3 graphics. Makes you realize how much has developed in the last 20 years. Well, 10 years in this case.
You devil.
What is it? Come on, hold it up.
No way. Deal was for a coffin. That's it.
Wait a minute. If my show hadn't have funded this expedition,
Hey,
you wouldn't have...
got your story, lady.
Love those
Mr.
slightly
Drake, you
off
signed a
animations, eh?
contract. I have a right to see every single thing
Could
that...
you
15 years! Oh, goodness, time flies.
Sully, we got some trouble. Hurry it up.
Okay, what's going on?
Why does a man need 4 guns? Huge sound delay. That would be because of the el-gato. Where's the sound delay coming from?
The modern
Is it coming through the console as well? Is it the console sound as well, or just me talking?
Shouldn't we call the authorities or something?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea, but we don't exactly have a permit to be here.
What?
Yeah, so unless you want to end up in a Panamanian jail, we should probably handle this ourselves.
Well, what's worse?
Game is out of
Obviously haven't
sync.
been in a Panamanian jail.
Alright,
You know how to use one of these?
we'll have to see if we
it's
can
like
fix
a
that,
camera.
shall we?
You just point and shoot, right?
Good girl.
Almost
Here
got
we
how to
go.
do this. Alright. Tell me when it's caught up. It should be silent now.
How the hell?
10 to 15 seconds delay. Ooh, well, that is quite bad. I believe there's a filter for that. "10 to 15 seconds. How many milliseconds would that be?" So is the audio coming in first, or is the video coming in first? Video. Okay. So I'll have to pull that back. 10 to 15 seconds. We can test it quite easily. Way ahead of the audio. Yeah, there's a specific one for the el-gato that allows me to delay the video. I knew this was going to be a problem, I just didn't know how bad it was going to be. So, 0.1 of a second is a millisecond. So if we went 10 seconds, we need 100 milliseconds. Let's go with that, shall we? I did my maths terribly, probably, but I'll just shoot.
Will they find us out
Tell me if
here?
that's good.
These guys have been tailing me for weeks.
How's that sound?
Thought I lost them.
What'd you do to piss them off?
It's kind of a long story.
Any better? Try doubling it. Way off still. Alright. Oh wow. Goodness gracious, those textures, mate. You realize how spoiled you are.
Less talking, more shooting.
Way better? But is it perfect?
Hurry up, Sully.
Suppose we'll find out when we get into a cinematic, won't we? Yeah, I think so. Good. Wonderful. A simple...
Oh, no, you don't.
Ow. Why aren't you helping, lass? Come on, mate. Old Drake's here doing all the work. Oh yes, 1,000th of a second. Now, I told you my maths was wrong.
Okay.
What the bloody hell are those fellas? I didn't even realize this game had combos. I don't remember any of this.
It's gonna hurt you. Sully, where are you?
I bloody shot the shoulder. There we are. I'm not one of those madmen. Very close now. Good. We could edit a bit more, if that's your preference, but we don't have to.
It's gonna hurt in the morning.
Oh dear. These are some well-equipped pirates.
Okay, that's not good.
I wonder if they're friends with those Afghani soldiers that have taken all that American equipment after they left the country. Too soon? Ah, well. Yes, but with a boat like this, I doubt you'd be getting a security deposit anyway. Oop. Oh no! Sorry, that voice acting was something else. Truly spectacular.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Come on! Go!
All right.
We can all watch this, and then we can see what the remake looks like, and judge it. Very good. Ah, here he is.
I can't leave you alone for a minute, can I?
Old mate.
I had everything under control until they blew up.
My favourite character.
You alright?
Nothing that years of therapy.
Glad you agree with me, Cardbox.
Well, if it isn't the beautiful and talented Elena Fisher.
Flattery will get you screen time.
Yeah, I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Victor Sullivan.
For Christ's sake.
Very old James Bond, isn't he?
What do you say we get out of here before we attract any more attention?
Oh well. I don't think these graphics look bad. No, it's just the difference. I always forget.
Well,
There's a difference. A quality to the older games that you don't have anymore.
found the coffin. Wait a minute, is this what I think it is?
Drake's lost diary.
Was this back when they were still... This would have been back when they were still animating themselves. They weren't using facial capture at this point.
Thanks for the loan, Mr. Drake.
This would have been...
Think I've earned a look at that diary when we land.
Yes, when they actually had to by hand animate everything without using the kind of motion capture software they use these days. That's why it all looks so smooth these
Drake
days.
sailed into the Pacific. He took the Spanish fleet completely by surprise. He captured their ships. He took all their maps, their letters, their journals, and he recorded everything in this diary.
Well, that is one bloody long diary, mate.
When he got back to England, Queen Elizabeth confiscated all of his charts and logbooks, including this one, and then swore his entire crew to silence.
Yeah, so
You
this...
see, Drake discovered something on that voyage, Sully. Something so secret and so valuable, they couldn't risk it getting out.
All right, Nate, just pretend for a minute that I don't really care about any of that stuff and cut to the chase, would you?
They probably did use motion capture back then. I guess I'm not too sure with the development process.
Complaints.
Okay, then.
Just
I'll
as
jump to
the animations have a different quality to them, they feel a bit more made.
Ho, ho, ho.
Huh?
El goddamn Dorado.
He was onto something big, all right.
Does it say anything else?
Oh, so now you're interested, huh?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, no. Last page was torn out. I'm telling you,
Classic.
Sully,
An absolute classic, that one.
this is finally it.
Yeah. Only... we got one little problem.
Yes, that's what I said. It blew up. It sank. No, that's why we have insurance, right? Oh.
Doesn't cover pirates,
The
probably.
camera? No, the camera's fine. Don't worry about the camera. No. Still as good as new.
Sully, the girl can hold her own. You should have seen her.
Fine. You go on out there and you tell her, we just found the lost city of gold. Maybe her producer can get it on the air
Oh,
tonight.
come on.
You
Nate,
probably could. Be a big story, considering the place doesn't bloody exist.
good. Because we're going to have every two-bit scumbag in the world racing us to this treasure unless we cut her loose right now.
You're a real gentleman, Sully.
Real pragmatist.
It stinks.
No, I don't care for over budget. I mean, do you realize that this could be like the biggest story of the year?
I'm sure everyone says that.
Hi. No, I don't trust him, okay? That's why we need to move fast. So just get me the camera crew, and I promise you that... Son of a bitch. Hey!
Absolute classic.
Should have seen that one coming.
Indeed, you should have. Probably through that viewfinder of your camera, Matt. Bit of screen tearing on my end. LA Noire was released for PS3 and it used super accurate face capture. Yes, but wasn't that whole game's shtick? Facial animation, so you could, you know, tell if they were lying or something.
Made in Lima, were you?
I'm not too sure. I've never played the game myself.
Different. Although I must admit, equally as strenuous.
Oh dear.
Well, hang in there,
Goodness
old
gracious.
timer. We're just about there.
This old PlayStation remote has been sitting on a shelf, probably under the sun, for far too long. But I get to leaving it in the music room.
Risky move, but by the time he figured it out, I was... Nate, are you even listening to me?
Nope.
Hanging on every word.
I'm talking about this old PlayStation controller that feels like the plastic slightly melted and my hands are sticking to it. Goodness.
You really think Francis Drake came
Should try it if you haven't. I'll get around. It sounds like a good game. I'll get around to it, I'm sure. Is it on the computer? I believe it should be at this point. It's been many years.
Well,
I don't get it. According to this, we're right on top of the mark.
maybe you're not reading that thing right. Let me see it.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is the place.
There's nothing here, Nate.
Just clean it with alcohol.
Dead end.
Easy, son.
Yes, maybe I should. It's been in a cupboard for a while, and the last people who touched it were probably 5-year-old children who wouldn't know hygiene if it dipped a bottle of alcohol on them. Oh well. I'll get around to it, I'm sure. Still have my PlayStation 1 controller sitting on the shelf as well. Ooh. Very good.
This is more like it.
Fabulous. Is there a run button on
Nah,
this?
it's older than that. Like 2,000 years old.
Remember the selling point of the game was its cloth physics because your shirt can get wet and gradually dry. They always did use the strangest thing for, what is it called? Selling points back in the day. Maybe they still do. I don't tend to watch many games, rather. I think I've been spoiled by a run button. Ooh.
Be careful up there.
Now it's about lighting. Yeah, suppose that's true. That whole ray tracing shenaniganery. Wait. Classic. I didn't remember this game being so hand-holdy last time I played it. Ah well. Hey. It's all coming back to me now. Alright. Sure, you could have just bloody smashed it. It's only wood. Do you have one?
Whoa.
Bats. A classic thing. Maybe Batman's here. This game is a little choppy, but I just do believe the PS3's... You mean, actually choppy on stream? Have you checked if I'm choppy as well? Or is it just the game screen that's choppy? Because if I'm choppy as well, I'm not too sure why that's the case,
What
but
a warm and homey place, huh?
I've noticed it's quite a bit choppy for me too. Just the game, yeah.
Where's all the damn gold?
It's
This place was
the V-Sync is also playing up on my screen. Low frame rate.
No, it wasn't Drake. Check this out.
The Spaniards.
Looks like the Spanish got here before he did. What the hell, Sully?
Nate, I'm not looking for a lousy piece of tin. I'm up to my eyeballs in debt. I was really counting on this one.
Indeed you were.
Big bar tabs in Lima, I guess.
That and, well, just a few bad deals.
20 FPS is acceptable for console gamers. Yes.
Bad guys. And the bad girls.
Yeah? Look who's talking.
What's that supposed to mean?
That reporter? I saw the way you were eyeing her.
Elena? Please.
It's a slight bit out
Any
still.
chance with her the second we ditched her on that dock.
All's fair in love and war, kid.
And what if you can't tell the difference?
Then, my friend, you are in big trouble.
Words of wisdom. And words to live by.
Those Spaniards sure left a lot of crap behind.
That's a comically large jar with a giant cork. I feel like that's a small thing they've just scaled up.
You're not kidding.
What was I doing? Climbing something?
Gotta find a way across.
Oh, okay. Shoot things. That's right. This is an adventure game. Explosive barrels. Where destruction of ancient temples and tombs is a reasonable way to get around. If I had a penny for every time they bloody did that, I'd be a rich man. Oop, what's this? Oh, alright. Guess that's not the right way of doing things, or am I supposed to press it rapidly? Oh, yes. Holding wasn't the correct answer. Spam it. Thank you. Figured it out.
Here, let me do that.
Thank you, Scully. Very kind. Ooh. Well, that is some nice metal work.
Hold it open. See if you can jam it from the other side.
Certainly some nice metal work in this otherwise stone fixture.
All right, let go. This ought to hold it.
Crunch.
Hurry, Sully.
That was a little too close. Let's hope this place has a back door, huh?
They always do.
You know, this looks familiar. I think there's something in Drake's journal about this.
The old select button. I certainly miss the shapes of these buttons of select and
Look,
stuff.
this thing is some kind of lamp or brazier. See if you can light it.
So, after all your bitching about the cigar, now it comes in handy, huh?
It's always slightly useful to have a smoker on the team when you're in a survival situation. Never had a cigar myself. Then again, I've only ever had a cigarette once, so...
We gotta figure a way to clear this debris.
Fire! Burn the place down. Yes. No? Ah, damn.
This wood's pretty dry. I bet we could...
Hey, it is the right answer. Fire. And destruction, always the correct answer. And one of those bloody explosive barrels somewhere, is there? Anyone? How do I get fire from here to fire to there?
Try shooting one of those lamps down.
I did! Do I have to shoot the actual lamp itself? Oh, that's boring. Wouldn't have expected that to be the solution. Oof. Oh, up we go. And across.
I might have been able to do that 30
Crunch. Didn't react fast enough, got distracted by Scully's wonderful voice. Oh my god! Oh dear! Goodness gracious! How terrible! Hut, 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 down, right, up, up. Actually, no, that is a good point. I didn't think about that. That is a very straight route. I did not think how those things were alight to begin with. Bring up a spectacular point. Huh. Somebody came here before us. The Spanish. lit it 100 years ago and it has a very, very, very efficient fuel source. Ah well, a mystery truly indeed. Now let's see these. Perhaps there'll be more. Nope, there's no more in this one.
Let's get going.
Yes, let's slowly focus on Scully. Cinematic pan. Ooh, look, fancy channels. That is a very common fixture in Hollywood ancient ruins. If the Spanish would have been closer to 405 years. It's Sully, not Scully. Oh, I've got a, what is it? I've got a, what is that show called? I've got X-Files on mine, not X-Factor, that's an Australian show. I'm not even sure if they're bad or good together, but I know X-Factor's bad. But Scully's an X-Factor. Time to have a shootout with some skeletons. Yes, what was I saying? I've forgotten. Who knows? Ooh. A lot of skulls motif.
Wait, I recognize these symbols.
Let me guess. The book, yes. There it is.
The order of these signs has some importance.
My goodness, man, there's numbers. Just a bloody book. Oh well. 1 is the gear. 2 is the man with the staff and the weird eye on the side of his head. 3 is one of those Japanese house centipedes. And 4 is a man with very good dentures. Paid to be his dentist. No. Right here. Perhaps I need to jump on it from a large distance. Okay. Man with an angry face. Oh, I see. Ooh, strong knees. I see, I see. Nope, not that way. Perhaps this. There we are. Figuring out puzzles. Even though there's not really a puzzle, it's... Well, I suppose it's sort of a puzzle, I'm not too sure. Anything's a puzzle if it requires brain power.
Hey, something's happening.
Ooh, something's happening, is it? Something's always happening. Just be glad it isn't an explosion. I wouldn't hold my breath. That's the house centipede. It's third. I want. It's the man with a stick, which should be over here. There it is. Come on, get up, Drake. Man with stick. Exciting. Riveting gameplay, everyone. And a leap. Keep your kneecaps intact, mate. You'll be regretting all this jumping and climbing when you get older, mate. Wait till your hair turns grey and then you'll be in real trouble. Oh, a magical water puddle. Ooh, but this one has a ladder. They didn't just expect me to jump down a hole and die.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, looks like there's a ladder cut into the side. Wait here while I check it out.
All right, just be careful.
Oh, that's amazing. Really caught that one, didn't he? There we are. Bit fiddly. And crunch.
Hey, watch your step down there.
How old is Nathan Drake supposed to be? I'm not too sure. Looks quite youthful. Looks quite youthful, but otherwise I'm not too sure. Ooh. Nice chain decoration. Seen a couple of people part of that goth movement where necklaces made like that. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Ooh. Redirecting rivers. Classic ancient civilization shenanigans. Just like those fire channels.
I've been in worse.
That's what I was talking about. Why is it that all movies from, you know, The Mummy and the like, and National Treasure starring old Nick Cage, loved putting that particular motif in them, that channel full of oil in an ancient tomb that activates a door or some sort of contraption. What if that actually worked? Did Mythbusters ever do an episode on it? I'd be curious. Hard time accepting these heroes are younger than you are now. Well, that is the nature of things. I was joking to
I made it. I'm on the other side.
my nephew that what I am doing as a streamer is showing everyone the inexorable and depressing passage of time by playing old games on PlayStation, and eventually I am most certainly going to be playing many of my old PlayStation 2 games that I have on the shelf, and PlayStation 1 games. Then you'll really feel your age, mate.
I've got this one.
And you will really feel your age. Fortunately, it is the nature of things. Inexorable and unstoppable
This looks
passage of time. Depressing, isn't it? Surprised this thing even hell out. Oh dear. Knew I'd make it.
I made it. I'm okay.
Where'd those come from? I felt my age when I turned 20 years old. Half-Life 1 turned 20 years old. Yes. Then you'll look at all the child acts. Classic Naughty Dog runaway scene. Yes! They even had it in the old Crash Bandicoot games. I'm always surprised the same company that made Crash Bandicoot made these games, and then went on to make the Half-Life Last of Us series, which is quite dramatic.
A statue.
Real. This is them. Feel old yet meme sort of thing, isn't it?
Gold statue.
A huge gold statue. And look here, these people, they're worshipping the damn thing.
Hmm.
At least, I think they're people.
Of course.
Foreshadowing.
Dorado. The golden man.
Foreshadow.
Sully, it wasn't a city of gold. It was this. It was a golden idol.
Man, can you imagine what that thing would be worth now?
Look over here.
Likely priceless until somebody put a price on it.
Dragged it out on couple logs. We're 400 years late for this party.
So the trail's cold.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Son of a bitch.
Unless
Unless what?
we follow the tracks.
Quite a logistical nightmare to haul such a large gold idol out of a place. I imagine it had gemstones and the like in it too. He did sort of like that thing. I don't know how many precious gems were in this area of the country though. Gold is very easy to price, by the ounce, indeed. But it's the history of it, mate. Gotta appreciate the history. That's what really gives it the price.
Huh. They stop here.
Yeah, it looks like the back wall of the temple was blown out.
Well, luckily there was that
Spaniards
back
must
door.
have made themselves a shortcut to get the treasure out.
Now what?
I don't know, climb things. That always seems to have worked before. Sure it'll work now. What's this? Ah. Didn't even mean to find that. Don't expect me to go collecting those. Look at these beautiful vistas.
Wait, Sully, do you hear that?
That warm sun.
Now there's something you don't see every day.
My God.
Is that a bloody U-boat? I do not remember this game at all. Huh. Well, that's a good thing, actually. I remember the main story points, but I clearly don't bloody remember this. Of course the bloody Germans were involved. Every good action adventure about an ancient treasure always has to involve the bloody Nazis, doesn't it?
Must have come up the river during flood season and gotten stuck.
Always the bloody Nazis.
Let's check it out, huh?
Wait. Something about this feels kind of hinky.
Hinky. You act like you've never seen a German U-boat in the middle of the jungle before.
I'm being serious, Nate.
I tell you what, why don't you stay here? I'll check it out myself. I'll call you if I run into any Nazis.
Yeah, right. You do that.
Oh, wait. Hold on to this for me, will you? Okay.
Well, don't want to get it wet after all those times we swam in the water. Let's see what terrible ancient treasure or super weapon they were trying to find now. Oh yes, look! Cutting edge technology right there, old Nathan Drake in his wet shirt. Didn't even see that last time. Oop, can see some polygons under the water. Oh dear. I see.
Looks like you're gonna have to monkey across those cliffs to get into the U-boat.
Ooh. Strong vine. I've never climbed a vine, you know. There are a few vine species in Australia, but they're not nearly strong enough to hold a human being. Oh dear. Bit impatient. And I'm going to stop that there. Don't want those feathers to come after me. So, interesting enough, I think Germans were a good addition to this, even though I didn't remember them. Because if I remember correctly, it does seem very much like a Indiana Jones German treasure that they'd go for. Those sort of era of things, the Nazis never did go for normal treasures. Treasures they always went for, like... Nate, what are you doing? I did not tell you to jump. Ow, damn bloody hell, I fell on the floor. It's quite common for... Because it came out all those rumours and confirmed, actually, things in the old days after the end of the Second World War, where the Germans were found to have been looking at some very interesting avenues to win the war. Like occultism. Just change the tune enough to avoid copyright. I'll just sing it horribly. I can't sing it horribly. I'm just too good of a singer. Sorry, can't do it. Just too amazing. Just too amazing. Now today's slated arrogance is over. Let's not screw this up a second time, shall we? Monkey 1, Monkey 2. Oh, it's another one of those bloody treasures, is it? And here I said I wouldn't be collecting them. Oh, took a while for the texture to come in there. There we are, mate.
Hey, watch yourself up there. It's a long way down.
Yeah, I already figured that one out, unfortunately. The hard way. Hey. Really was cutting edge, wasn't it? Still impressive. It's also impressive how those games always manage to work in one of those scenes where you have a nice chance to really admire the scenery. I appreciate that because that's what I do when I take walks too, and climb across dangerous cliff faces. I too stop to appreciate the series. The scenery. Crunch. Oh. Strange. I could have sworn this game loves doing that whole jump long distance crunch crackle thing.
You should be able to drop right down into the U-boat from there.
And hopefully not drop right through it. Ah, these made sturdy stuff. I'm sure it won't be a death trap. Clearly was for the people in it.
Nate, when was your last tetanus shot?
Oh, that's funny.
When was your last tetanus shot, everyone?
Okay, I'm in.
What do you see?
Something nasty happened to these guys. There's blood everywhere. And soup.
What?
That's hopefully not human soup. I don't remember. That was a few years ago. Never got a tetanus shot. Ah, lucky man. Not a fun shot to get, that's for certain. Quite the bruise you get from that bloody shot. Well, they did really love their controls like that these days, didn't they? Reminding me of better times, this game. Reminding me of better times, that's for sure. Certainly not these guys' better times. Oh, mummified, eh? You'd think they'd have rotted properly in this. Now that's interesting. Seems the Nazis did find something.
Now where'd you get this, my decomposing friend?
I don't think he's decomposing, it's definitely decomposed at this point.
I think the trail just got warm again.
How so?
Well, I just met a guy with pockets full of Spanish gold. Only the coins are stamped with a mint mark I've never seen before.
You're kidding me.
Looks like our German friends had a little secret.
I am shocked this man is strong enough to open any of these doors. Imagine the rust! The amount of WD-40 you'd need to get this thing moving again. I'm aware that WD-40 is in fact an oil or a lubricant. It is, well, it is a lubricant of kind. Oh, time to swim. Hope that radio is waterproof. Oh, here's the bunks. Nice and cozy. You'd have to use a blaster on this. Get your old 6-shooter out. Pow, pow. Avoid the ricochets. Scenic. Rustic. Real charm to the place. $400,000? Only comes with 1 or 2 decomposing corpses, I'd say. Prime location, wonderful views of the forest.
What's that supposed
Sun comes in the morning. It's just wonderful.
Looks like he
Just
was
wonderful.
killed. Ripped to shreds, actually. Oof, what a way to go.
Yeah, sounds terrible. Take his wallet.
You're all hearts, Sully.
Pragmatic indeed.
No way. You've got to be kidding.
Ah, I see.
Find anything?
Blaster is a brand of penetrating oil that dissolves rust. Well,
82642.
I'd actually worried about using it on this ship. Because,
642.
it would likely just dissolve the ship. It doesn't appear to be any ship except Rust at this point.
Sully, you're not gonna believe
Especially
this.
at this time of
I think I found our missing page.
this, climate.
Looks like Drake and our German pals were after the same treasure. And I've got the map that's gonna lead us right to it.
Nate, this better not be another wild goose chase. We've got to get something out of this trip or...
Or what? Sully,
Oh dear.
you there? Sullivan.
Imagine that though. Using a dissolve rust formula and just melting a whole ship. Bam! And the history of Nazi occupation is gone. I feel it's been a while since we've had our last gunfight. We started the fight game with one, but... Goodness, I almost miss him. Ooh dear.
That's probably bad.
Didn't realise that was how they worked, but then again, I didn't know enough about German U-boats. Going to pop? Nope. Alright.
Hello.
Hello to you too. Afternoon. How are you all doing?
Hey, hey. Friends of yours, Sully?
I'm Gabriel Roman.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
know who
you
you
are.
are, asshole.
Manners, young man. This is just business.
Of course it is.
Easy.
Put your hands up.
Hi, they're up.
See, your friend owes me money, Mr. Drake. A lot of money. So when he told me that you two were onto something big, the find of a lifetime, he said, well, I was intrigued. But he's made grand promises before, haven't you, Victor?
Hasn't he now?
Here we are again. Another fool's errand.
I'd say the German U-boat is very good.
Take it
Good
easy.
indication of something, mate.
So, I'm afraid the time is up.
How did he get up there so easily? I hope he climbed around all the bloody
Unless,
cliffs like
of
I
course, you
had to.
found something in there, Mr. Drake, that might compensate for all this unpleasantness.
He's screwing with you, Nate. They heard everything. Just give him the map.
He's got a British accent, so of course he's evil. His name is Gabriel Roman. Was it Gabriel Roman?
The Kriegsmarine map had to do with El Dorado.
Kriegsmarine.
What, you think this is a coincidence? The Germans were after the same treasure. That map has something to do with it. So, we square?
For now. But just in case you need a reminder...
Hey, come on, leave him out of it.
Yeah, don't you guys usually just cut off a finger or something?
No, that's the Yakuza.
Too vulgar. No, I think this will hurt him a bit more.
Now, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on, Roman. He's got nothing to do with that.
Sully! Sully! You son of a bitch!
There it goes. Ooh, rusty shrapnel. I'd hope you got your tetanus shot.
Stop him!
Oh, oh dear. Oh, back to one of those chase sequences. Goodness. Strangely enough, I don't think I've heard of many characters named after angels of the Bible that aren't evil. Especially Gabriel. People really love using Gabriel for the real arrogance ones.
Whoa there, cowboy. That's for leaving me at the dock.
What the hell are you doing here?
Listen, I'm a good enough reporter to follow a couple of no-luck tomb robbers.
Ooh, romantic. Look at that tension, lads and lasses.
Well, you're down to one tomb robber now. Sully's dead.
What?
Yeah. And we're next if we don't get out of here.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Please tell me you have a gun.
Of course.
Oh, thanks. All right, come on.
Gun. Alright. Where'd these guys all come from?
Here we go.
I will never get down. I reboot. I hear Shao Kahn's voice in my head. That's from Mortal Kombat.
We seem to be getting shot at.
They're shooting at you too, you know.
I shall face lead with dignity. Oh. Oh dear.
There they are.
Hey! There we are. I'm realizing the up on the D-pad doesn't work with this controller. You're just gonna have to suffer whatever that happens. Who needs to use the cover base system? You can't make me take cover. I am no such coward. Doo-doo-doo.
Stay close.
Do you now? Is there a headshot thing in this game? I don't know. I've not actually headshot any of these people. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, there is a headshot thing in this game. Wonderful. Oh, his gun fell off the ridge. Also, wasn't there two of them?
Long story. Tell you later.
Is it now?
He's over there.
What if this works? Oh dear.
Okay.
For a moment there I turned into one of those, like Time Crisis games. Hey! Oh, look in the wrong direction, mate. I'd have to concentrate on this gunfight.
Here we go.
Bloody have to concentrate on this gunfight. Oh. Alrighty then. Such a bloody waste of ammo. Ammo's valuable, you know. Very expensive. Such disregard. And beeping and flashing grenade seems like a counterproductive creation. It does, doesn't it? I think they want to be more inconspicuous with their explosive devices, but you know, let me not tell the evil mercenary organization how to do their work. That's what I assume they are. Mercenaries. They're fairly well equipped to be not mercenaries, but they can get the pirates at rocket launchers and a minigun, so... Oh, that fellow's Spanish. Oh, not Spanish. Not too sure about accents. Don't trust me on an accent. You already heard what they sounded like when I was playing that Dark Side Detectives games. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, one of those treasures is over there. Really should get all of you behind cover before you start ducking and weaving. Ooh, fabulous. Evening. Fellas are really persistent. Dun 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 dun. Good thing we didn't play it on hard mode, I'd be dead already. There goes. Oh, wow, she actually kills people. That is a surprise. Colour me impressed, lass. Colour me impressed. No offense to her, it's just not normal in video games for NPCs to be helpful. Tragic, really. And we're out.
Stay with me.
I guess. More gunfighters. No? No?
He's over there.
Oh, there they are.
There he is.
Have at thee! Oh. First death, everyone. Gonna happen again. Happen at some point. I am awfully reckless with this man's life. Yes, 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 yes. Bang, bang, bang. Why is he running like that? Ooh. Ooh, a car. So why are they only all equipped with pistols? Did they accidentally all get their AK-47s jammed on the way here?
Here, I think. Yeah, this way.
Inconspicuous. Truly inconspicuous.
You always been this popular?
Those 3 leaves definitely hit it from everyone.
Scum of the earth.
It's like the bloody people in cartoons who put leaves on their head and think, I'm invisible. You cannot find me. I am the darkness.
It's Krieg's marine coordinates. I think I know where the Spanish took El Dorado.
El Dorado.
The problem is, so that the bastards killed Sully. Damn it! If the Spanish found the treasure, they had to move it there, to that island. And Drake followed him.
Well, what are we waiting for? I'll get the story, and you get whatever it is you're after. Come on.
Hey, this isn't gonna be a vacation, you know.
I can take care of myself. Besides, you owe me one.
I suppose I do.
Excuse me. Sweeping music.
Trail of the lost treasure of El Dorado, and it's brought us here to this tiny island in the middle of the Pacific.
Why does the way she speaks remind me of how YouTubers speak these days? We're on the hunt for El Dorado.
Will we discover the ruins of a forgotten colony and a fortune in Spanish gold? Or does the island have darker secrets in store for us?
That should keep him from changing the channel.
I would too.
What was that?
Anti-aircraft fire? This is so not cool!
Violence and murder does sell very well.
Oh crap! We're on fire!
And you're under fire.
Enough with the damn camera. We gotta bail out.
Bail out! Does this
Maybe you'll be above fire next.
Now would be a good time to look!
Rising with the heat. Oh look.
I hope these things still work.
We'll find out in a second.
Have you ever done this before?
Of course! You just jump, count to 5, and pull the cord. Now go!
And don't get hit by the flak rounds, I suppose.
Are you coming?
Kind of busy right now. Get going!
Don't drop the camera. That YouTube video is gonna go to waste.
See you on the ground?
Right behind you!
Yeah. Okay.
That was some good voice acting.
What am I doing? Okay, you just jump, count to 5, and pull the cord.
Let's hope the cord works, eh?
That be? Oh crap!
How did his buckles get done up? I'd use more colourful language in that situation, but good restraint there, mate.
Shit.
That happened to be Archangel Michael or some such. Means this was likely a Spanish settlement of some kind. They did like their Christianity. He was a meter off being impaled. Yes. It's like he just realized the riders were trying to separate them. Yes, he did have that sort of meaning.
Strangers
there we
trying
are.
to kill me, leave my map on a burning plane. Plane is missing, most likely dead. That's great. It's a great start, Nate.
Well, this isn't the start. I think this is a fair ways through the adventure, mate. I'm sure there's a secret back there. I don't particularly care to find out. Hey! The hand of the writer is strong with this one. How did I miss that? Also, locks. Worst weakness is bullets, not keys. I feel like more locks get open with guns than with lockpicks or delicate natures like using a bloody key. Ooh, shiny. Apparently I am a crow or a raven of some sort. Oh, alright. Oh, there we are. Looks smooth, slippery, and incredibly dangerous. Bear trap! Oh. Ah. A shame. Just another gunfight. No? I could have sworn this looked like a place for a gunfight. Hey! Ooh. A toucan. Exotic.
Here they come.
Oh, here's the gunfight. Why was he so unamused, too? I just realized. I always act like that, Nat Drake. You can't be acting like that. I'm the one who's supposed to act unsurprised and unimpressed. Stealing my thunder. Going around going, oh, here they come. Goodness. Didn't even realize this controller had motion controls. Well, I never use them. Just another part of this game I have forgotten.
We got him.
You and what army, mate? Why are you not letting me do that? Ooh. Grenades.
He's over there.
Kind of interesting that he throws them underarm. Though I suppose I don't know how else you'd throw a bloody grenade. Hmm. Done. Good attack on the old brass there. Very good. Very loud birds outside. Always is. Way, way. I don't know if there's a stealth system in this game, so... Grab that fellow's gun.
He's over here. There he is.
Every time I hear the birds outside, I think they're part of the game. Well, probably some of them you hearing are. But some are not. You'll have to become a master in... Ornithology? Ornithology? To know which is which. Happened during Dead Space too. Yes! Yes, it did, didn't it? I wonder what those were. Weren't those kookaburras that happened during Dead Space? Were they also... weren't they also... galars or whatever the bloody hell things are? Happy as a galar, ain't he? Yes. Nature is thick and fast here in Australia. Part of that ASMR ambience. I think so. Kookaburras sound quite creepy, so they actually quite match the atmosphere of Dead Space. If you're not used to their quite jarring way of calling, they probably do sound like some crazy person in the distance, screeching at the top of their lungs. Do you now? Is he now? Oh, hiding behind a barrel. Wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Always get myself into this crap.
Let's take a bit of back, shall we? Nope. Somehow bloody managed to live through that one. Goodness, I miss Hitman. It really gave you a lot of assistance when it came to shooting people. Crows, mockingjays, blue jays. Well, we certainly don't have any of those here. We do have lyrebirds, I think. Yes, Australia's got lyrebirds. And nothing like those, they're a mimicking bird. Quite amazing, you should look up videos of them. If you thought old, what are they bloody called? Well, if you thought those, I've forgotten what the birds that copy people are, that they have in their houses all the time. You thought those guys were impressive? Does that have a shotgun? I want that. Chickadees. Kulus. And I'm thinking of parrots. Yes, I am thinking of parrots. Kulus are fun. They also sound like somebody being murdered from a distance. Kookaburras sound like the maniac stabbing them, and Kulus sound like the ones being stabbed. Yes, I've seen a superb lyrebird videos. Quite amazing. I can see why they're on our coins. Which coin are they on? The 5 cent? No, the echidna's the 5 cent, isn't it? Oh, he's dead. Very good. Shotguns. Very nice. It's a real shame you don't see many lyrebirds. They're not very common. Quite a rare species of bird to see. You have to be at the right place, I suppose. Oh, that wasn't ammo, that was some... And then bloody treasures. Yes, intricate gold ring. Anyone left to shoot? Grenades. Evening. Certainly a way to make an entrance.
Oh man.
He's over here. How's that?
That was a waste of a shotgun blast. Yep. Not much of a waste.
Freaking kidding me.
Well, he went to the moon. I should be hired for running SpaceX. Seems I can send people to space. It's like Tomb Raider, where you trot the globe, or do you stay here for most of the game? You know, I'm honestly can't... I didn't even remember the bloody German U-boat. I don't think I have a very good memory for this thing, but... I think the other game's a bit more globe-troppy, but I think this one may stay on this island. The duration of the game. But the others are a bit more globe-troppy, if I remember. The way they stand and shoot is so funny. It's like a crab with a gun. Like, yeah, there. Well, so morale amongst these fellows must be very low after seeing them all get gunned down. Come on, mate. Oh, clever. Shame you couldn't see me either. AK-47, pistol ammo. Yes, you've been doing that.
We got him.
Do you now? Well, I've got a shotgun. Ah! Perfect timing. Just ran out of shotgun ammo. Enemies in console games have to be dumb so you can hit them while aiming with thumbsticks. That's true. Some games just add a very heavy aim assist to compensate for that instead. Makes you feel like you're a master assassin instead of what I appear to be doing, which is missing every shot. You know, I honestly, because this was a third-person game, I was honestly about to click the little thing on Dead Space House that allows me to find where I need to go. I was honestly about to click that little thing and go, hey, where am I? Tell me where to go, game. I have been spoiled. That is for certain. Yep, the camera worked this time. Oh dear. There we are. Yes. Hitman uses quite heavy aim assist, which is why I was playing with the controller on the computer when I last played Hitman. Then again, Hitman's more about sneaking and socials camouflage, I suppose. As much as Agent 47 is capable of being sociable. I think all he's capable of is ominously saying things that have relation to death and being called Tobias Reaper. They really split up, didn't they? Oh, bit far. Have they got me in my sights, man? Oh, I took out his other eye. Now he's a no-eyed pirate. Shame he's also lost his brain. These pirates all have missing eyes. Goodness, they've need to work with gun safety a bit better. Oh, got him. I nailed it, mate. Oh, no, no, I want my shotgun. How dare you. Dramatic scenery they're showing me. Oh, wow. It's quite nice. Shame I have to shoot a heap of people while doing this. Da-da-da. Okay, climb with a gun. Man has strong hands. Hey. Oh. God. Stop jumping around like a chicken with his head cut off. Bloody up and hide under. They should easily be able to shoot over the cover with the at that angle. Be able to catch one of my shoulders, make me sprawl out on the ground. I've got the very dramatic music, like something is happening, like a gunfight or some such. I'm going to drown, aren't I? Hey, crunch. Hey, look, that time falling from a high distance. You know, after picking up bouldering as a hobby and climbing this, the climbing in this game really put it into a different perspective. Well, easier said than done, I suppose. Climb that wall sounds easy enough, but I bloody couldn't climb a wall if you asked me to. Also, bloody can't control this guy. I'm using bloody a lot tonight, aren't I? I'm in that kind of bloody mood, aren't I? Bloody mood. Soon I'll start saying rhubarb and oh hell's bells. I've really completed the rural trifecta. The rural Australian trifecta of things, along with various other colourful swear words that I shall refrain from using here. Oop. Thank you, camera. You are very... Wait. Oh, you caught yourself well, didn't you, Drag? Up you go, mate. Oh. Bang, bang, bang. Perfect. Ah, waste of a perfectly good car. That thing was probably around for 40 years. Only to be blown up by this fella. No, 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 what the... Come on, Nate. Get a bloody jump. No, that's not gonna work. Oop. Ooh, very dramatic. Now we just need the Wilhelm scream and we'll be complete. Is it already that time? I will keep going for a tad longer. I have got some places to be early tomorrow morning, but... That's tomorrow morning! Future me can deal with that. We are not friends, you know. Me and that bastard in the future really don't like each other. Ah, poor future Eric hasn't done anything for me. Bastard's just waiting for me to do all the work, isn't he? Not gonna accept that, am I? Have to make a stand. Have to make a stand. Otherwise future Eric's gonna be profiting off all of my hard work. Where is I supposed to go? Where am I going? What am I saying? Will you take me with you? Oh, these are climbable. Never mind. Oh, there's the plane. In all its untextured glory. I think we're at the tail end of this crash. Oh no! Very good. Maybe we'll finish up after this gunfight, shall we? Looks like it's quite the dramatic gunfight. Yes, this game was clearly trying to push side-axis controls. To varying levels of success. To varying levels of success indeed. Apologize. Here's the charger that I was using for my camera, wasn't charging. Ah, I see. That's how you control the bloody grenades. Nope. I need to head to the store. Wow. Oh, it's a bad thing. It's fun. Try and do this again. See if that worked. Hey, I got one of the bastards. Now, the last few, get the shotgun. Am I now? That's very rude. Oh dear bloody god. Calm down with the grenades, mate. Those shotgun bastards. Oh, there I am. I think there's a secret pirate cloning facility hidden on this island. Oh, bloody hell, all the way back there.
Oof.
Damn it, that was a perfect timing. Why can I ever seem to get one of these people with grenades? Well, it's not a bad place to live, this island. Very scenic. If you wanted to live off the beaten path. Switch off. Become one of those living my own place kind of people. My shotgun back. I'm determined to keep this bloody shotgun. Ah, that grenade is pointless. I don't even know why I bloody use them. Stupid things. Are these cheeky sods? Need to hurry up and toss off, mate. I know there's a shotgun somewhere around here. Yeah, you thought.
Doesn't look good.
What's in the plane? Truly a mystery. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But it's not today. It is not today indeed. Oh, probably should have saved over the old one, but anyway. I think we shall finish it there for today, shall we? How do we all feel about that? You will enjoy that wave of nostalgia? Don't worry, there's more to come. Do you think I could continue playing this game? You think that would be good? You love that game. Glad you was having fun. But yes, should we continue this? Do a whole series of this? Continue playing? I think I could do that. I quite enjoy that. It's quite fast, snappy. A lot of the games are quite short. Never played an Uncharted game. Oh, you're missing out. Quite fun. Quite fun. Even my mother even wanted to start playing Uncharted after she watched nieces and nephews plays it. Unfortunately, I was able to adjust to it far better than she was. She never was able to get past quite early in the game. Seems a tad repetitive, but maybe it'll improve later. It's a product of its time, I suppose. Hard to say. I think we'll continue this as our series. This time I'll make a proper thumbnail for it. The reason the thumbnail was like that was because I was trying to be cheeky. Trying to hide it from you. What's going on with them? Wonderful. Well, that's what we'll do for Sunday then. And I have so much more to access now. Once that AV converter turns up at my doorstep, I'll be able to access my PlayStation 2 games too. That upscaler. And then we'll have some fun. Because on those PlayStation 2 games, we can play PS1 games. Like the original Final Fantasy VI. Crash Bandicoot, the original. Who needs those remakes? I've still got a functioning PS1. Yes. I will need a good night's sleep. It's a long day tomorrow, unfortunately. Well, I suppose that brings us to a close for tonight. So, good night, sweet dreams, and really do watch out for those explosive barrels. Very volatile. Could be one on your bed right now. Don't sneeze too hard. Might go up in flames. Nighty night. It's been good. Thank you for watching.